Finding missing angle measures in 5 minutes. You'll notice in this diagram that the question mark is the missing angle. And all we know about angles are that they can be supplementary, complementary, or equal. But in addition to angles, we also have a triangle here, and we know something about triangles as well. We also know that the angles inside of a triangle all have a sum of 180. That's known as the triangle sum theorem. We might need to use that in order to find this missing angle, or we might use some of those other rules we know. Don't forget what those other 3 rules are. Those other 3 rules are that you can have complementary, supplementary, or equal combinations. So let's take a look at what we know. So far, we want to find this missing angle out here, and all that we know is that this missing angle has a relationship to the angle that's adjacent to it. And the angle that's adjacent to it, we don't know. But the angle that's adjacent to it, here, has a relationship with the angles inside this triangle. All 3 of these angles would have a sum of 180. So if I could figure out this number, then I can figure out that number, which will help me to figure out the angle that I want. So we're going to start over here. These angles are supplementary. So that means that 155 plus this mystery number should make 180. So 180 minus 155 is 25 degrees. And I know that this angle plus 60 plus this empty angle have a relationship as well. So I'm going to call this missing angle x. 25 plus 60 plus x equals 180, because that's what the triangle sum theorem states. So 25 and 60 make 85. And when I subtract 85 from both sides, I get x is equal to 95. So if x is equal to 95, then I can fill that in here. And these 2 angles are supplementary. So I know that these 2 angles have to add up to 180. So I simply take 180 and minus the 95 I already have. That means the missing angle is 85 degrees. Again, first I found the supplement of this angle, then I found the sum of the triangle's angles, and lastly, I found the supplement to find the actual angle I'm looking for. Let's try another one. Here, I know that this triangle has a sum of 180. And if I already have 30 and 20, then that means I already have 50. So 180 minus 50 will give me this angle here. So 180 minus 50 is 130. And this angle is vertical to the angle I'm looking to find. So that means the question mark is 130 degrees. Let's try this one. So I'm looking for this angle up here, but even though it's inside a triangle, you need to know 2 angles in order to find the third. But I only know 1. But I could find this angle here with the star if I knew that angle there, because these 2 angles are vertical. And I can find this angle here because it's inside a triangle where I know 2 measures. So if I have 35 and 23, and I'm trying to find x, then I know they have to add up to 180. And 35 and 23 make 58. And if I subtract 58 from both sides, I can find that missing angle measure. So that angle x at the top here is equal to 122 degrees. So this angle up here is 122 degrees. And if this angle is 122, so is that one, because they're vertical. Now, I have a new triangle with 2 known measures, So now I can find the question mark, because 27 plus 122 plus the question mark adds up to a 180-degree triangle. So now I can add these together. 149 plus the question mark is equal to 180. Subtract 149 from both sides, and I find my missing angle measure. The question mark is equal to 31 degrees. Last one. This one has a lot of angles in it, but the one I want to know is down here. But in order to know this angle, I need to know its supplement. And in order to know that angle, I need to know some of these inside angles, which I have no information for. But I think I could find this one, because these two angles are supplementary, which means these two angles here add to 180. 180 minus 155 is 25 degrees. So that means this one's 25 degrees. Now I might be able to find this angle here, but only if I knew the other two, right? Because these also make 180. I know the one in the middle is 90 because it has that 9-degree box. But I don't know what this one over here is with the green star. But I do know that this angle is supplementary to this green star. So let's see if we can't figure this one out. 180 minus 115 is 65 degrees. So that means this one is 65 degrees. And these three make a triangle. Whoops. So 85 plus 65 plus x equals 180. 85 plus 65 is 150. And that means x is equal to 30. So now I can fill that in here. So I'm getting closer to figuring out all these missing angles. If this one's 30 and that one's 90, that makes this 120. And all I need to get is up to 180. So that means that this missing measure must be 60. And this is a triangle. And 60 and 25 make 85. And I need to get to 180 to make a triangle. So that means I need 95 more. And if these two are supplementary, then I can finally find my missing question mark. So 180 minus 95 is 85. So the question mark angle is 85 degrees. That's how you find missing angle measures.